And we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to D&D Night.
Hello.
To anybody tuning in. Woohoo. As you'll notice, there's only 3 of us tonight. Tonight is Tolan's mother's birthday, so happy birthday to her. Hope she's having a great night with her and her children. And then I'm just getting over being sick. It sounds like Maz is just getting over being sick. The vessel is currently sick. January sucks, and we're gonna try and make a session anyways. This music is driving me frickin' crazy, so I'm just going to turn it off for the time being. It's way too calm and weird and mysterious for we're hanging out in a frickin' tavern. Last episode, you guys ran away from a war band of goblinoids that were at the time heading north towards the Sanctuary of the Seven. They chased you overland out towards a little hamlet, and you guys managed to get away from them first off, or to lose them at least, and arrived at, fuck if I remember the name of the tavern. Maz, did you write that down?
I did. Bighorn Tavern.
Bighorn Tavern. There you go. Oh, yes, because they have a
giant horn.
A bihorn over the bar, but it only has one tusk, or one horn. So that's where you guys are at. Maz had, at the end of last session, discussed wanting to buy a few things from the barkeep. She is willing to sell. Let me bring up the list again of the stuff that you wanted to buy. She's got a bunch of alchemist remedies and ingredients. Specifically, you were looking at the recipe for alchemist fire, bark skin potion, and stone salve. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. So take the three. That's 300 shards.
Okay, I'm taking that off
Take it off your inventory.
Yep, I'm going into my inventory now.
So the first one is, we'll do alchemist fire. So the alchemical base is alcohol, and all you need is one fire element herb. There's no tissue transmutation for it.
Okay.
This sticky adhesive ignites. Can I select this? Yeah, it's a terrible PDF. The sticky adhesive fluid ignites when exposed to air. Blah blah blah. Everyone's freaking familiar with alchemist fire. It's like little napalm.
Yep. Very much fits for what I want it for.
Yep. Barkskin.
I_saved_Hyrule just followed.
And I can give those potions to other people, right?
Welcome to the channel. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with them. You can make them and just throw them into the river if that's what you would like to do.
Well, no, I was thinking because the bark skin will grant people AC.
Yeah, it's AC when you're out of armor, I believe. Bark skin.
So I can't give it to somebody if they have armor. I was thinking it would
the person to give it to is Morel.
Yeah.
Potion of bark skin. When you drink this potion, your skin feels dry and stiff as it gains a rough bark-like appearance. Your AC can't be less than 16 for the next hour, regardless of armor. So there you go.
Perfect.
Yep. So
I mean, my AC is 17.
I think it is. But I mean, throw it if you.
Do we have anybody who's under 16 for AC?
Well, the big thing is that it can't be less than 16. That's the noteworthy thing. So if you Vessel's is 16, Tolan's is much higher than that, so is yours.
Yeah.
But the noteworthy thing is that it's useful for also situations where you're not in your armor. So you guys get ambushed in your sleep or whatever.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, I'm gonna take it anyway.
Yep. Well, you've bought it no matter what. Because I wouldn't be telling you this information if you hadn't bought the recipe.
No.
So the alchemical base is distilled alcohol, as opposed to just pure alcohol, and you need one earth elemental herb, one air, and according to this, you need the barkskin spell. I'm probably just going to pretend that's not the case and make it two earth elements.
Okay. You said earth, 2 earth, 1 air,
and distilled alcohol.
Okay. 1 distilled alcohol. Because I guess that's how we're going to do it.
Unit of distilled
Yeah.
alcohol. Yeah, whatever we decide that's going to be. And then the last thing was stone cell. Right, found that earlier.
Do you have a way to copy and paste that?
Unfortunately, I can't highlight anything in this. I was planning to.
Damn it.
But apparently the answer is no.
Okay.
Stone South. You need pure alcohol. So that's
Okay.
like the third tier of alcohol, I guess.
Okay.
And there's no way to do it with herbs. You need the stomach of a basilisk or gorgon. And you use the juices from the stomach, apparently.
Basilisk or what? Basilisk?
Or a gorgon.
Gorgon.
The eyeball thing
Yeah,
in Greek
I know.
mythology. I don't know if that exists in my world, but basilisks definitely do.
Okay. All right.
And that's the officials of that. You also wanted to buy 4 units of sulfur off of her, so you can do that.
I'll add that to my...
And again, take away another 100 shards for that because they're 25 each.
Okay. Yep.
And then you said you wanted to sell some things. She's not going to buy anything of... Yeah, this is for Morel, too, if you want to sell some stuff. She's not going to buy, she's not buying magic items, all this kind of stuff. But if you have some stuff that might be, they're relatively isolated out here. Basically, it's a... like a roadhouse.
Yep.
So Maz had mentioned selling. She had a pair of knitted gloves, which they give you 5 shards for, Maz, if you wanted it.
Yeah, perfect.
So that's fine. You said you had a pair of shoes. Why do you have shoes?
So I got those because they make your soles bigger or your feet look bigger.
Oh, those shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to sell those?
Yeah. What am I going to use them for?
They hide the fact that you're a halfling.
True.
Or that you're a gnome. That's a
very true.
legit magical item. I mean, she'll totally buy
I'll
off
keep
of
them.
you.
Nah, I'm going to keep them.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell those.
No, because I'm not wearing them, though. I guess I could switch them out. Because
yeah, it doesn't mean that you can't wear them.
Nah, but I have oh shit, boots of elven kind, right?
Right, so you wear those.
Then I have to take them off. So
right,
then it takes
yes,
away my
you
advantages.
do have to do that sometimes, yes. Yeah. Okay, I mean, do you want to sell it or do you want to keep it?
I'll keep them. Okay.
She has no interest in the crossbow. When you mention to her the crossbow, she turns around and points at the gun on the wall.
Yeah. It's what do I need that for?
It says, what do I need that for? So she would buy the arrows off of you for 1 shard each.
Okay. She want any torches?
Nah, she doesn't have any need for torches. She's got torches.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. What about you, Morel? Do you have anything you're looking to offload?
To be honest, I don't have that many things.
No, you're not as ordery as Max.
Yeah.
I mean, would they like a gas launcher?
Gas launcher? That's freaking cool.
I forgot about that thing. I mean, she has no interest in it. But when you whip it out, there's those 2 gentlemen who are sitting by the fire in there smoking a pipe, like a hookah.
Yep.
They identify themselves as hunters who are involved in the byhorn hunt that's going on right now all over the island. And one of them would be interested in buying it.
I wonder if they have any byhorns on them that I could have.
If they have byhorns on them?
Yeah.
The horn of a byhorn is 4 feet long.
Maybe it's outside.
No, they definitely... I mean, the hookah that they're smoking out of is made from one.
I might have to steal it.
It's like a big, long... you wouldn't... If you're thinking for alchemical ingredients, I mean, at this point,
yeah.
They've hollowed out all the marrow and everything.
Oh, they've all... Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking for ingredients, basically.
Yeah, no, they don't. But they are planning on, basically they're stationed here, and they are hunting in Rochas Fell, which is south of here. A forest just past Nord Laval. They're on their way in, basically. They've already registered at the capital
Okay.
and are officially members of the hunt. So he'd be interested in the gas launcher. What do you want for it? Is really his question.
I mean, they're hunters. Do they have much?
They're both older gentlemen.
Mhm.
Make me a. What's the passive perception of you guys? Yours is 15. Maz's is
Give me a
13.
second.
They are older gentlemen. Who they don't necessarily look like poor. They're wearing like leathers. One has like a curly mustache and is wearing like a almost like a military helmet. The other one is wearing almost like a gentleman's suit, but it's clearly like beat up. Like clearly he's been wearing this thing out in the woods. There's no
Uh,
indication that they're particularly wealthy, but there's no indication that they're like poor. He has a bag of what you could presume to be shards on his hip.
any catcher collections with them, or is it just kind of just having shards right now?
I
Like,
didn't hear the first part of that. You broke up.
sorry, do they have any like? I know we've been collecting alchemical components. Do they have any on their people, or is it just shards?
They don't have anything like that they at least not that they'd be willing to part with. They're planning on going out into the woods and being out there for like weeks at a time. So they have stuff, but it's all stuff that they've prepared for their camping,
All
basically.
right, else what are they offering in shards? So I have no.
Yeah, it's a great
Smel's gonna play this
question.
cool, but he has no idea how much this thing is worth.
Yeah. He'll offer you 50 shards for it.
Yep, easy.
Okay, done. Deal. I will add 50 shards.
Not even gonna haggle.
Yep.
Do they want a crossbow?
No, again, they
Yeah.
they both have rifles.
Cool.
One of them has like a rifle that's like the length of the height of his body. It's like 6 feet long.
So it's bigger than me,
It's
definitely.
much bigger than you.
Like 3 times the size of me, probably.
995. Take that thing out of your inventory. Oh yeah, you still have the friggin' Eldritch Thorn fragment. You gotta
Sure
remember
do.
that, dude. Or I guess you probably know. Never
I
mind. You know that you've got this shit.
I have it, but it's Eldritch Blast once per sure. Like
Yeah, it's not super useful to you as the
the
Archmage of this
times where
party.
it's the times where I'm in a spot to use Eldritch Blast is minimal.
Yeah. Yep. Fair. Fair. Fair.
Much more
Fair.
interesting is the cloak I've never used, but could be useful
Which one's
considering
that?
we're
The
being.
Veil of Woe?
Yeah,
What does it do?
it prevents me from being magically spied upon or like divined.
Ah, it would
Ooh,
hide you from a clairvoyance spell.
that's a really,
Yes,
really
but
Yeah.
I
good.
Yeah.
also
Cool.
but it can also drive me insane. So,
Yeah. Also that.
Ah,
which is why I haven't been using it.
Fair. Yep. Okay.
so I have a question about
Yeah.
something actually before we go further. I have something. I assume this came from Josh whenever, or Glitch whenever you divided up some stuff.
Yep.
It's called shimmering scales. The
Yes.
iridescent scales can be used to craft potions of resistance.
Mhm.
I just have to find somebody to sell me the recipe for that, don't I?
Yeah. You don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't
So
believe it. I gave the recipe with it.
no, there's no recipe attached anyway that I can see of.
Where the fuck is these shimmering scales? There they are. Yeah, so you don't know how to make it. This was just identified by Glitch as being these things, but
Okay.
they are
Okay.
shiny scales, basically.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That helps.
Yep.
And there was one more I was going to ask about, but
Sure.
I wanted to pull it up first. Okay. So the toxic barbs, the venomous barbs, can I just like crush those up, or is that? Oh, it says to create potent poisons.
Yep.
So I'd have to have the recipe for whatever I'm going to use
Yeah.
it with.
So the way that would work is it would allow. The reason I put the word potent poisons is so the idea is that let's say you know how we're rolling for when you're doing alchemy, right?
Right.
And then you have different DCs that allow it to be a higher level. If you
Mm-hmm.
mix one of these things in with a poison you're trying to make, it will automatically be one level higher than what you rolled.
Cool.
Yeah. So it brings out like toxins and stuff.
There was one other one I was thinking about getting, by the way, as in recipes, but I was going to put it to the group. Was the antitoxin. If people felt like that would be something we should get, because
Well, Toland's immune to that stuff, as is the
yeah,
vessel, as is Morel.
yeah.
So
So
that's
I
really
think
a
we're
question
good.
for you.
No, I mean I should be good. Like I can't imagine I'll get
Yeah, sorry,
poisoned.
the vessel and Morel are not immune, but they're resistant to
Yeah,
poison.
cool. Okay, done all that. All right. So basically, I just before we head out from the inn,
Yep.
I do want to create some potions.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'd like to create an alchemist fire.
All right, so in order to do this, you have to make your. Oh yeah, I didn't necessarily tell you
How
whether
to?
you need an alchemy kit
Yeah,
or the. Yeah,
I have an
sorry,
alchemy
I
kit.
will. You have both the things, but I didn't tell you which
Yeah.
one of them is for which of these
Oh, right.
things. Give me a second. I will get that.
I'm gonna put it in the notes for these.
Yeah, for
And I
sure.
might need you to read off the recipe for the alchemist fire one again because I think I missed something.
It was just alcohol and one fire.
Okay.
Yep.
Was it distilled or just regular alcohol?
Just regular ass alcohol. Alchemist fire
Okay.
is like simple. Okay, alchemist fire requires alchemy supplies, not the herbalism
Okay.
kit. The next one was what?
Oh, sorry.
Bark skin.
I didn't mean to put that in there.
That's okay. Bark skin. Where the hell? There it is. Potion of bark skin is done with the herbalism kit.
Okay.
And then the last thing was stone salve.
Mm-hmm.
Stone salve was done with the alchemist supply.
Alchemist supplies.
Yep.
Okay.
So for there aren't tiers of alchemist fire. There's just alchemist fire.
Okay.
So just make a roll to see whether you're wasting any of this stuff. The DC is 10.
Okay. So am I rolling a 20?
A roll. Well, you're rolling that skill.
Okay.
Remember, I put the skill in for
Yep.
alchemy supplies.
Yep. Just 1 second.
Yep, there you go. So that you make 1 unit of vial of
Yep.
alchemist fire.
Perfect. And then I'd like to create a healing potion.
And you have all the ingredients?
I believe so. Let's just see. So that one is herbalism, right?
And that is the herbalism kit. Yep.
Okay. Just one second.
But let's just confirm that you have the ingredients.
Yeah.
Because I'm not certain
Yep.
that you did. You have alcohol.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, you probably do. It's all friggin' air parts. Okay. Yep. So DCs. I need to bring this one up actually, because these can come out in different levels. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Just 1 second here.
Yeah. 10 is to make the base one. Anything less than a 10, now you you're proficient with your herbalism kit, so you should be okay.
Yeah, plus I got a
20.
7.
Okay, potion. You make a. This is done over the course of this long rest, by the way.
Yeah.
A potion of superior healing.
Okay.
That's 8d4 plus 8.
Okay.
Don't forget to be nixing your supplies, by the way. And I
Yep,
will be going and checking after the session.
Yeah, I'm just writing them in.
Yep.
of superior healing. Okay, and it was 88.
84 plus 8.
84.
Yep.
Okay, plus 8. Okay, 84 plus 8. Okay, and I'm marking these off right now. So 1 fire gone. How many of the airs?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4 airs, and then 2 of anything else.
And then we'll take 2 out of water.
Sure.
Just 1 second here.
It's amazing how complex it is to make a potion of healing and how easy it is to make alchemist fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm also going to create. No, can't do that. Let's save that one. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay. Very good. Morel, do you have anything you would like to do over the course of your long-ish rest? You guys are going to sneak off in the middle of the night.
To be honest, not much.
Nope.
It's, yeah. We're in a small town, and it does not have a lot for morale.
Yep, fair. Yeah, I mean, this place is pretty mundane. You just managed to find a safe place. So, over the course of, a few hours, Maz does the potion crafting, and you manage to get a little bit of sleep. And then Maz taps you on the shoulder in your bedroom, basically, to wake you up.
And I'm going to say, want to come join me to see if Spriglet's still alive, rescue her, and grab Milo. I have the ability to see what's going on, and I can show you.
Well, sure, why not?
Cool. And then I'm going to bring out the pain
If we
box.
see more of the Warband rerun, though.
Exactly. No, 100%. I bring out the box and I cast clairvoyance, and I would like to see what is going on.
Read to me clairvoyance.
Okay, so it says you create as casting time is 10 minutes, range is a mile. You create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you, a place that you have visited
so the
or
first
seen before.
noteworthy thing is I wouldn't use it yet because you are further than a mile from where you were.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll cast it when we get closer.
Yeah. Yeah, when you believe you're somewhere in the ballpark of a mile, which will make survival checks for you to figure that out.
And I'd like to use the Song of the Road too before we head out. Just I assume you're still putting all that stuff on.
I just put it on everybody all the time. Everyone has advantage on skill perception. I just assume that Maz basically in her spare time plays fiddle.
Yep. To annoy everyone, of course.
To annoy everyone. Okay. So the Vessel and Toland, who would probably vehemently disagree with the idea of going back, are going to stay asleep. So I need you guys first off to make stealth checks to try to sneak out without being heard by them.
Oh.
Great check, Maz. Good job. You're making my life harder.
I was just using the bathroom. Don't worry. I'm going back to sleep.
What about you, Morel?
Stealth check? Yes.
Yeah.
So I might be switching some. Looking at some of my spells before.
Oh yeah, he's gonna beat me. I have fucking 6. Stupid.
Yep. All right. So yeah, Maz. Well, I guess I should make perception checks for these guys. What I should actually do. Good thing you gave them all advantage on perception checks, Maz.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just gonna tell them that I was, trying to use the bathroom and I forgot where it was.
23. So
they can go back to sleep.
Definitely heard you. And even Toland, with his incredibly bad roll, still heard you. If you would like to do that, make a deception check.
Okay, I have a +5. I better fucking roll something nice here.
Okay, so Toland is convinced inside. The vessel's not, though. He eyes you up and down. The issue is that the vessel probably doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, don't tell on me, and then I leave.
Yeah, he'd probably just be, knowing Ethan, he'd be exasperated. He'd be like, what the fuck ever, I'm going back to bed.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys leave the tavern and start working your way back. You guys traveled, it was 3, okay. So, are you just straight up, like, so you're walking at night?
Yep.
The moon is, it's a half moon. So it's
Yeah.
reasonably, I mean, both of you guys can see in the dark. That's not really the issue.
Yeah.
But the question is whether you're trying to go back stealthily or if you are just walking back. I mean, it's been hours. At this point, the warband is long gone. Unless you roll really badly again, Morel.
I mean, I don't feel like we have to be stealthy too much right now because nobody knows what happened, and if the warband's gone, then we're probably okay. But can we just like try to stick to the shadows as we move?
That would be a stealth check. That's really the
Oh.
question, is whether you're trying to be stealthy or if you're just going to walk back. Because you can, like,
What do you think?
you guys can just walk back if you want to.
What do you think, Mo?
I mean, they're probably long gone. We should be okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so whichever one of you is better, which is probably Morel, make a survival check.
That feels like a morale thing. Yes.
Yeah, I have a -1.
Perfect. Okay, good. Maz, roll me a
Mhm.
d4.
Okay.
And then a d20. Wow, this worked out incredibly well.
Oh
So
god.
as you're walking, a band of Dwardi, 21 of them, in all wearing like war gear, stop you along the way. They are, they're looking for the warband, basically. They had been traveling through to Nordleval on their way to the coast to get back on their ship and head out to sea. And they came across Nordleval, and Nordleval has been completely ransacked. And there's a lot of sign of orcs and goblins and things.
All sorts of nasties.
And they want to know if you guys have seen anything.
Should we tell them the truth?
I mean, we can. I don't see any harm in it.
Okay, we'll let them know what happened. The great almost sacrifice of our little friend, and I'm sure Milo is not dead because he can't die.
He's a rock. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, let them know what happened.
All right. I'm going to actually make a note of that because the fact that there's a band of 21 heavily armored dwarfs walking around is probably important.
And we're just like, yep.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
We ran the fuck away. They will. I mean, they've come from the south, so they're going to basically head back in the direction that you guys went in, or that you guys are headed. So they are willing to like go with you if you would like that.
Fuck yeah. Cool.
21 fucking dwarves.
Yeah, welcome to the party, boys.
Yeah, for real. It says 4d10. That's a fucking lot.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Well, you guys continue in that relative direction. Morel, roll me a d4 and then a d20, please.
All right. That's how it started last time.
Oh No, really?
Twice in a row.
Oh
How
shit!
the fuck?
How did you do that?
Wow.
Oh my lord, man!
Okay,
God, that's not even 1 in
138.
4
I
chance is
can't
what it's at.
believe that.
For those of you
183.
tuning in, he rolled a 1 on his
This is
D4 and a
exactly
1
how
on
last
his
session
max
started.
money.
This is exactly how last session our casual walk
Oh
through the
my
woods ended up
good
with us like
God.
the mother of all combats.
Oh my god.
Well, okay. Before you announce what madness we're walking into, let me just finish checking my
It's bad enough I
spells.
have to check. Yeah, please do that because you're definitely walking into a fucking shit show.
Razikeen Delilam says, oh shit.
I've
here
been
we
waiting
go
to use
again.
this for the stream, and I get to use it finally. Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah. I can't believe you actually rolled that again. The good news is it's on a different table, but this table has other tables for it.
Can I pull out the dogs? Please?
Like, you don't know, I just rolled 2 ones.
Yeah, the answer will definitely be no.
Okay, fuck. Alright, never mind.
Just followed.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for the follow. How on earth? That's mountain, sorry.
Huh.
I think you guys are straight up getting ambushed by the warband again.
Fuck. Well, I guess we found who we were looking for.
Yeah, I guess you fucking did. Okay, that's that. Sorry. This 1-on-1, right? Sorry. Okay, that's grasslands. Yeah. Temperate forest. I'm just trying to find an option that isn't just. I mean, the good news is you have 21 health points this time, conceivably. Yeah. That's mountain. Sorry. H. Still. Arctic, Jesus. Where the hell did the hills one go? I'm pretty sure that it's the same thing. I just can't find the fucking table. Yeah, okay. So it's not exactly the warband. Well, it's basically the fucking warband. 2d12 plus 2 maddened berserkers ambush you guys.
So how many?
Wait. Sorry, I'm going to read this out loud to you guys.
Yep.
2d12 plus 2 maddened berserkers who are clearly under the effects of some sort of hallucinogenic spell can't stop throwing themselves off of a cliff.
So like lemmings.
So you guys remember the little the cavern thing you had to jump over while running away last time? I guess it's that. The berserkers are another goblinoid. So you see a bunch of the warband that you guys have come across. 13 of them of various kinds, I'll deal with it if you decide to fight them, are one after another jumping into this like chasm thing.
If we hit them on the way down, do we get the XP when they hit the ground?
That's a great question. You could certainly try. The 100% the dwarves who you're with, which I'm not going to put 21 of them on the fucking map, are going to want to immediately, like, they're out for blood. So they're looking to attack them. Now, you don't have to take
Okay.
part in that, but for sure that's what they're going to do.
Does it feel like so they like just kind of like, are they orderly lining up and one after another just like throwing themselves over?
They're being very strange. They're getting into a single file line and one after the other jumping like headfirst into this crack in the earth. The dwarves are planning to go down there after them, not convinced that they are like dying when they hit the bottom.
Well, Maz, I can probably figure out what's going on with them.
Yeah, I would.
But do we want to stop them from jumping off the cliff?
Could you do that without making them stop? Like, can you just figure out what's going on with them and like have them keep running?
You guys can observe them. Yeah, I mean, the dwarves they're not super interested in just watching these guys. Like, their plan is to be like, great, so they're looking to kill themselves. Well, we'll help. So they are going to. Their plan is basically, as I described to you, to wait for all these guys to jump down into the hole, and then they're jumping down into the hole.
Are they jumping down in the hole too?
Yeah, the dwarves are going down there after them. Yeah, so they want to, like, because clearly this is not a large enough. Like, this is not a enormous, like, it's not the warband you guys ran into that had like 30 guys, right? But they're curious as to.
Yeah, it had at least 30 guys.
The thought of the head of the dwarf guys is that maybe this is going to lead to some sort of a lair or something that they have been coming from. That's his best guess.
So they like are they dying when they jump off the cliff?
You don't see what happens. They're just jumping into the hole, into the crack.
Gotcha.
Maybe they're trying to go like down under like we did. You know, we just all decided to jump in a hole one day.
Yeah, they are going again. The weird part is that they're lining up single file to do it.
Yeah, all right. I am going to cast Detect Magic on myself, and as we get close to the hole, see if I feel anything.
Sure. That's a great question. Do you detect? So you wait. I assume you're waiting for them all to jump into the hole first before you head over to them.
Well, I mean, they're jumping in the hole. The dwarves are like running after them.
Yeah, the dwarves are going in like immediately after them.
So I'm keeping pace. I'm not going to immediately jump into the hole, but like I'm going to keep pace. And as I get closer and closer to the hole, see if
What is the range that you have that the Detect Magic has?
30 feet.
Okay, you do. Oh, so you have a glimmer of some kind of magic as the last of the goblinoids jump into the hole, but then once they're down into the hole, you can no longer sense it because they're too far away. You also can tell that some of the dwarves are magic.
Ooh.
Some of the dwarves are magic?
Yeah, or have some magical abilities or potentially magical devices. Like there's some aura coming from them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like kind of nondescript. I mean, there are a bunch of dwarven warriors, like dwardy warriors, so they're like, some of them have magic swords and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You guys can go down there after them for sure, or you can continue on.
I think we should continue on for our original kind of like what we were trying to do. Maybe come back.
Does it seem like a hole or like a cave system?
It is a crack in the earth, is the way it's described. So it is a several yards long crack, about 6 to 8 feet wide at the widest point. Likely the result of some sort of geological activity or an earthquake.
Gotcha. Can I just take a look over the edge and see what's going on here?
Yeah, you have dark vision out to how far?
Great question.
was turned into something that has better vision.
Things I should know.
I think 60 feet is usually the default.
Yeah. Do I have
Oh
dark
wait,
vision?
sorry, you don't have dark vision.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
look then. I have dark
Maz
vision.
has dark vision.
60 feet.
Yeah. So Maz, you
Mhm.
see where the hell did this go? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Where did you go? You see maybe make me a perception check.
Sure. 1 second there.
$13. Okay, so you can see the bottom first off.
Mhm.
It's a little more than 30 feet down, and narrows as it heads to I mean, basically at the center of this thing there's a hole that leads far deeper into what is probably a cave system. Both ends of the crack kind of create almost a funnel down to it. So if you jumped in, you would be going in, unless you made some very good save to try and stop yourself.
Okay. I'm going to relay the info.
What a session for Tolan not to be here. The opportunity to jump in the hole, and he's just not here. So what do you want to do?
So I'd prefer not to go
At this
after
point,
them.
even the sound of the dwarves has faded.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to go after them. I want to grab our people.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that says you have to go after them. It is worth noting that also you can come back to this another time. It's not like the
Yeah,
hole's going to
exactly.
necessarily disappear. I mean, maybe it will. I don't fucking know. Maybe it will. Yeah. So, Morel, do you want to follow them, or do you want to keep going?
I'm interested in following them, but we are out here to actually do some things, so...
Listen, you guys can hash it out. Like, there isn't a right or wrong answer to this. I don't feel like you have to just
We can do rock,
tail
paper,
yourself
scissors if
to
you want.
Maz.
We
Oh,
can do rock, paper, scissors if you want.
actually, just so I have a better view, I'm going to use my cantrip produce flame.
Yeah.
Make a little flame in my hand and just kind of chuck it down to take a look.
Sure. So you see basically what I described to Maz.
Yeah.
And there is, for lack of a better description, like a slide. There's a perfectly circular hole leading deeper underground. And both sides, after about, like, you would have to go down about 30 feet, and then all the walls down there funnel down towards this point.
There's definitely like a one-way entrance, right?
I mean, not necessarily. Like especially with you could turn into a flying thing and just fly back out.
Oh, yes. Sorry. For anyone that does not have shape-changing abilities.
Yeah, I would say there's no obvious way to, like, climb out. Like, there's no handholds or anything visible like that. It's, rough-hewn rock after, maybe 6 to 8 feet of dirt. And this is going down into the bedrock.
Yeah. Kind of want to collapse it, but it feels green.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, can't you?
Yes.
That's up to you, man.
Why not?
Well,
That's so
then
loud.
we might have 21 very angry Dorsey with us.
Yeah,
Jerbear,
I
thank you
feel like
very
maybe
much for the
not.
sub. We just got a sub from Jerbear 333.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, it's up to you. I mean, there are 21 dwarves down there. Now it's worth noting they appear to be fairly capable, so they may have their own means of getting out. They may not.
Yeah, fuck it. Really shouldn't be burning this so early, but Oh, that's actually takes a lot of time, and we don't want to spend a lot of time standing around for this, do we?
Well, I mean, if Spriglet, let's say if Spriglet's not dead, the faster we get there, the better.
Yeah, that's
If we
fair.
are we like within like a mile, by the way, by now? Can I see?
You would be approximately a mile away.
Let's take a second and let me see what's going on.
Okay.
So
All
I'll
right.
cast
It's a good idea.
the clairvoyance, and I'm going to take out the box so that he can see as well.
Sure. So,
Sounds good.
so I need you to read the rest of clairvoyance to me now.
Okay. So the sensor
Everything
remains in
after
place
the
for
range.
duration. It can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space.
So
As your
clearly you're going
action, you can
seeing.
switch between using. Yeah, and it says as your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that can see the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of your fist. So I'd like to use hearing or seeing first.
Okay. And it doesn't have any description specifically of like how far you can see, or
It
you just
doesn't.
see,
It
you just
says,
kind of see the okay, so you get a
yeah,
vision, so you're able to see the clearing. You're viewing
yeah,
the clearing from above, about
yep,
call it 30 or 40 feet up into the air, so you have a clear view of the entire clearing, but not much beyond the trees that were there.
okay,
You can see the blood of many of these orcs that you guys have managed to kill. A number of those walls that Morel had put up are still up.
hmm
There is no sign of Spriglet, but there is a pile of sort of dead orc and goblinoid bodies, like a mound of them.
okay,
The mound is
all right.
probably 8 to 10 feet across and maybe 6 feet high.
I wonder if they're all piled on top of Milo, and he's like now punching his way out of people, dead people, or do we see Milo?
You don't see Milo.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna switch to hearing.
Okay. You hear gentle wind blowing through the trees,
Hmm.
and crickets
Okay.
chirping.
All right. We need to get there
What's up,
ASAP.
Toddy? How are you? Welcome to the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Totic just raided with 6 viewers.
We just had a raid of 6 people coming in from C-Todic.
Nice.
What is this? Yeah, so that's what you can hear as.
Okay. All right. I think we need to go ASAP. So I would like to hop to it.
So that's your
Great.
vote. Did you end up burning that spell to collapse the hole, or no?
No, we should get
No.
it. We should get on the rerun, and it does take actually a while to pull
Oh,
off.
okay.
So
Okay, fair enough. So you guys will continue on. I need. We'll go back to Maz, since
Hmm.
Morel is incapable of not like murdering the party.
that's hard.
That is 2 and 15. Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Great. Perfect. Awesome. So as you guys are walking through the woods, a green mass is about as much as I'm going to describe it as. Jumps down through or crashes down through the trees and immediately attacks you.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're doing great.
yeah. You guys are having a good night. Let me bring up a battle map. Good news is it's one thing. You guys can fight one thing. I believe in you.
Someone has to.
Oh, not that one. Okay, let me close this. I'm gonna put you guys on the map. Map going to be here. Holy shit! Why did it make you so small? Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, it's better. And Morel. And I need a thing. Morel, you're gonna love this. This is a what? What's amazing is this. I fucking love this goddamn book. The stuff is like playing literally into the story I was planning on telling here. Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Also, I came up with 21 names for the dwarves if you want them.
For the dwarves? Oh my god.
Yeah. And I didn't even use a name generator.
That's great. Why can't I drag that over? That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Well, this should be fun. This thing is how big? Large. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Let me share the map to you. It
For some
is
reason, I gave the
ambushing you
name.
guys.
I
So
gave the name Pickles to one of them, by the way. I don't know
very
why.
nice. It's going to have an action at the beginning of combat. Due
Okay.
to it ambushing you guys.
It's a fucking dragon. Great.
Sure is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Morel's gonna be fucking pumped. What's amazing is that, as I mentioned, there are 7 dragons in my world in total, and you have fucking found one of them.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
If only I hadn't
What's
just
amazing is
jumped.
that they're like the whole time I planned for one of them to be on this island, this place. Why it's there, I don't know. It's immediately attacking you guys though. So that is noteworthy.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. Let me put on some now I can have frickin' battle music. Okay. So the dragon initially uses its breath attack.
Yep.
Do we need to reset the combat tracker because it's still showing last?
You mean the fact that it still got Toland and the vessel on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is on purpose because I have found out that if I take them off of the tracker, it deletes all their passive stuff, and I have to re-add it.
Ooh,
And
shit.
I don't want
Yeah.
to do that.
Okay, we'll just
so
skip over
I'm
them
just
then.
going to skip them, considering there's just like 3 of you guys in combat.
Sure.
Okay. So morale succeeds. And Maz. Succeeds. Alright, and at the top of the turn order is the dragon again, unfortunately for you guys. So it is going to climb its way forward, and it has multi-attack for how many attacks? Yeah, perfect. It is going to bite Maz, or attempt to bite Maz, I should say. Which it misses. It is then going to claw, 2 claw attacks at Morel.
Yep.
Mm.
Wait, it missed.
This one missed. The first one hit. The second one missed. Okay.
Yep.
That is its turn. We are on to Maz.
So, first thing I'm going to do is, because I just realized this, the Forgotten Standard has to be used either my first time in combat, or if I don't do anything to, like, kill someone the next time in combat, right?
No, it's the first round of combat.
Well, it says here, you make during your first turn in combat, or if you did not make any attacks on your previous turn.
Okay, fair enough.
But I don't know what else I would do in that case. So I guess I'm just gonna... Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna use it. So I have advantage on those, so I'll click the advantage button. And we're just gonna shoot it a bunch of times. No. So that's 1.
I hope some of the rest of the party turn up and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And we're like, "We're fighting a fucking dragon."
Yeah. 3. Okay, no.
The miss.
Oh yeah. So just don't worry about that. Sorry. 4.
That is also a miss.
One's a hit.
Did you drag that and drop it onto Toland? You did.
No.
Yeah. Damage
The
to Toland Seto.
The last one by accident, because I was just trying to drop it because I already had it clicked.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you don't drop it on the combat tracker, please.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all of that one done.
Yep.
So, and it's all attack rolls. Shit, so I have to remember to turn it on each time.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll just do it for Wonderland.
Sure.
I mean...
That is a hit.
Okay. Oh, shit. Which technically means that one from before should have went, so I should have gotten an extra one with Alice, but whatever. That was my fault. And then one more. Okay.
Hey, welcome to. We got a bunch of new friggin' people in the chat today. 1800, your boy. I mean, Jer Bear. We've been talking to. Low Pally. Unfamiliar Socks. That's probably the best username I've ever seen in my life. And then Zalike69. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use my action surge, which would give me another bonus action, and then use greed?
You can use greed in your next. You only get the one attack with him.
Yeah, but I mean, can I use my action surge now as a bonus action, which would give me the opportunity to use
attack
greed?
With greed, correct? Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Perfect. I'm going to do that, and I get 1 with greed.
One attack with greed. That's correct.
Perfect. So I'm going to turn my advantage on because I still get my advantage from the Forgotten Standard.
And are you using your...
I'm going to use the crit.
The crit thing? So auto crit? So
Yeah.
just roll the damage twice. You don't even have to roll the attack.
Okay, all right.
But you got to burn those 100 shards.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that in a second. I just want to get my attacks in, and then I'll do that.
Yep. Well, just roll the damage on it twice.
Yeah. I'm doing
I
that.
will burn your shards myself.
Okay, thanks.
Did you?
17. What?
Nice. Did you burn the shards from earlier?
I did already. Yeah.
How much shards did you have?
I did have 1,097.
Jesus. Okay. Cool. Well, you're
Everybody's
602
using
now.
their money.
Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. That is your turn. Morel, you're up.
Yep. Roughly how tall is this dragon?
At the shoulder or at the head?
Let's start with shoulder.
At the shoulder, it's taller than a large horse, maybe 10-ish feet. And
at the head?
It loomed. The head is the neck of this thing is probably 4 feet long, and the head's like 2 or 3 feet, so it's like 15 feet up.
Okay, perfect. All right, I am going to cast a Wall of Thorns.
Oh, very nice.
Which I am able to do in a dome shape.
Okay. And you're doing it over top of this guy?
20-foot diameter, 20 feet high, and 5 foot thick.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to get within the dome.
Okay.
Which is probably a bad call.
Do you want Maz in the dome as well?
No.
Yeah. So, which one of these is circle? You said it's how wide?
20-foot diameter.
20-foot diameter, 10-foot radius. I hate that it's inconsistent like that with these friggin' descriptions.
Mazikeen Delilam says, oh shit, here we go again.
We'll put it like here. Okay, there we go. And that has Maz outside of it.
Perfect. There's that.
Yep.
Excellent.
And that does what precisely?
So it's like create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush bristling with needle-sharp thorns. The wall appears within range on a solid surface and lasts for the duration. You can choose options on making the wall. When the wall appears, each creature within its area. I should not have stepped into this.
Go ahead.
Must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 78 piercing damage, or half as much damage on a successful save.
Okay, and this is a dex versus your spell save?
Yes.
And your
a creature can move...
Go ahead.
17. A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For each 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn, or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dex save. Takes 78 slashing damage, blah, 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 yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you make a dex save. I've got mine right here. 17.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a natural 1. So that's great.
Nice.
And it does how much damage?
78. Oh, actually, 1 second. I have 2 options here. Let me double check. Oh, interesting. So when it appears, it does slashing, but if you try and move through it, it's piercing.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Nice. So put that on it twice, I guess, with a natural 1.
Nice.
Sure. Oh, not that one.
78. That's a fucking incredibly strong spell. Yeah. So now you need to make your dex save, and then you
Sure
also
do.
make this.
Sure do. Did not think this through.
Yep,
Change
there you
it
go.
with a hard shell.
Yeah. Hit
And
yourself,
then-
and then take your worldcraft damage.
78 of piercing, yes.
Yep.
Do I make it?
Yep.
Perfect.
No
Sick.
problem. And then your blood cost.
Alright. Yes, that is a level 6 spell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
And then for my bonus action,
You wall shaving?
yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
into my Ogren form.
Inside this thing. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Delete this guy.
Thunderdome.
In the Thunderdome.
In the
Like,
Thunderdome.
quite literally. Ogren. Cohorts. Where the hell did you go? Morel. Ogren.
Excuse me.
Okay. And so with you transforming, I guess you don't need to take the damage again.
I mean, I think he's what, 10 feet tall?
Yeah, not tall enough because you're making like a dome over the top of this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So I mean, yeah. So I mean, technically, it could shove me into it if it wants to, and because this is actually relevant for a green dragon, my function ability for my stuff, including that +2 to armor class, I still have that resistance to poison damage.
Yep, I have that. It's right built into the guy. Or
Perfect.
should be. I'm going to double check that. Yep, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, resistant to poisoned. Yep, it's all in there correctly.
Perfect.
Yeah, you have an
That
AC
is...
of 22. That is fucking nuts. Okay. We are on to Le Dragon.
Was
Le
it AC of
Dragon. Pardon?
Was it 22? 22 seems high.
It's what it says.
What was the Ogrins?
It's a great question. NPC. Ogrins is 18, so it should be 20, not 22.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds good. Okay, so
that is my turn.
This is, I mean, the great news is that this is an intelligent being. So it is going to attempt to, what it wants to do is it's going to grab you and it wants to rake you across the thorns. Okay?
Yep.
So I guess it's a grapple check?
Sure.
I assume that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
So yours is a dex save or a strength save versus my
definitely
strength roll.
Save. All right. I see.
I don't know that I can fail. Oh my god!
You did.
Okay, well you can have an attack of opportunity against it.
Nice.
Wow.
I don't know. I can fail. That was perfect.
Take your attack of opportunity. You're literally brawling with a dragon under a dome of thorns.
Oh my god, I fucking love this.
Amazing.
That's not going to do it.
Yep, that's okay. Okay, well, so that's what it tries to do. That's its first action. It's then going to do 2 regular attacks at you.
Yep.
Which that's a miss. And that is another natural one. So you can have another attack of opportunity on this thing.
We are rolling amazingly tonight.
We are.
Yeah, how does the Wall of Thorns affect vision, by the way? Can Mass see into there?
I will tell you in a second.
Yeah. Yep, nice.
Critical.
Yeah, this is going to be
Wall of Thorns.
Yeah.
Blocks line of sight.
Blocks line of sight. Okay, so Maz cannot see into it. Okay. Perfect. Well, it is Maz's go.
So how tall is the thing?
It's a dome, so it goes over the top of them.
Over the top.
But it is 20 feet tall, I think is what he said.
Yep. It's like a 20-foot sphere, basically.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I climbed a tree, I still wouldn't be able to see in it.
No, it's
it is a perfect dome.
Yeah.
Specifically, so the dragon can't fly away.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that if I shoot it, I could shoot you. Is the problem?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you decide you want to shoot into this thing, I'm literally going to make you flip a coin onto who you hit.
Yeah. Fuck. That's difficult.
I'm
So
gonna
can I
need you.
slash the wall?
Can she
Like-
cut her way in?
Yeah.
That would make sense to me. Is there anything up in Wall of Thorns that says that she can't do that?
I don't think so.
Does it have
Okay,
an
I'm
I
gonna-
mean,
AC?
It does not have an AC or health.
Okay, so she
Okay.
should be able to just cut her way in. Now that will
Yeah,
chew. That's an attack action.
Yeah,
As
that's okay. I'm gonna use the Abyssal Bone Blade.
okay, and just cut your way in. I won't make you roll or
Yeah.
anything for it, but you can basically cut your way to come inside.
Yeah,
And
and
that
can I
is-
use my bonus action?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just
Two.
gonna call the dire wolves.
Inside the fucking Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's fucking make this thing a party. Go roll that D4. Wait, is that a bonus action or action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, perfect. 3 wolves. Which ones do you want? This isn't getting out of hand or
Ghost?
anything.
Ghost.
Ghost.
And give me 1 second. I need to check their actions, like their specific things that they have.
They all have breath weapons except Aegislav.
Yeah, I'm just checking like which ones they have. Like.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that's not the one I want. So let's do Bagheera. And let's do Guinevere.
Okay. Bagheera and Gwen.
Shout out to any Just fans out there, you know.
All right. Well, considering this fight is about to be over, I'm only going to bother putting Guinevere on the fucking map.
Cool.
Because she is also a big creature. You guys just this dragon meant to ambush you guys. That's the funniest thing.
Well, he fucking ambushed the wrong people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is Maz's go. Morel, you are up.
Yep. And number 1 is a hit.
Okay. So as it goes down, it slumps to the
Yeah.
ground,
Mhm.
and a wave of necrotic energy bursts from it. So I need you, both of you plus the dogs, to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay.
Yep. Oof.
Yeah,
Not
and
good.
that's not good enough. The good news is you're resistant to poison.
Come
Maz,
on. So I'll do a D20 for Bagheera.
Yep.
So that's a 2.
Yep, and Bagheera's, each of the dogs has like a +1 to
Gwen's a 17.
Okay.
Ghost is a 19, and then I'll roll
and then
mine.
yours.
Yep.
And Maz is a 20. Okay, cool. So I need to do 2 actions. Poison.
Oh. And I'll add a kill for Morel onto the tracker.
Yeah, most definitely. Alright, so this is... so... Morel failed. How come it did not do your resistance? Okay, well that's
a great question.
That is a great question because it's even showing it on your guy.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, well that's fine. And then everyone else passed. No, Maz also. No, everyone else passed except for who was the first dog? Was Gwen?
No, the first one was Bagheera.
Bagheera? Okay. Bagheera, where are you? At the top of the thing. Gotta be the end of Bagheera. Yep. Okay, and then Yuga is one on Maz.
I have this image of Bagheera being recalled into a Pokeball.
Okay, Ghost is okay. Wow, that rolled incredibly badly. And this on one of our. Okay, cool. And then the dragon slumps to the ground and is dead.
Cool. Let's loot the body.
That is nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I need to do a dragon parts for
Yep.
you guys.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, Morel, I assume you're going to D-Beast form and eat the fucking heart of this thing.
Fuck yeah. Do
I
it.
mean, currently an Ogren, so first gonna use that to like get the chest open.
Yep. Fair enough.
Then I'm going to.
So this one is not partially unborn, by the way. So this one has like blood. It bleeds like pure poison, basically.
Oh, I need to gather some of that.
Yeah, I gotta work. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta work out exactly the effects of the. I didn't anticipate this. This book's amazing though. I did not just anticipate this precise thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
I also did not anticipate you guys. I mean, it's only the young form of it. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
So this is what I'd like from the actual dragon itself. It's just what I think might be good for alchemy. Dragon teeth, scales, claws, and the blood, which is basically the poison.
Yeah. So the noteworthy thing is going to be how exactly you want to go about harvesting this, especially you, Maz, because this thing is literally like the living embodiment of poison. You guys just happened to take it down in like 2 turns, so I didn't get to do any of the crazy shit that it can do, which is just insane. So there are hazards in doing what you want to do, basically.
Right.
Now you're welcome to do it, and it's nothing super insane. But
what's the hazard?
It depends on what it is you're trying to harvest.
So
So for Morel, going after the tearing open this thing's chest, basically.
Mhm.
In breaking open, so Morel, I need you to make, as the ogre, a Constitution saving throw. As basically this thing's going to have like toxic spores kind of billow out of it when you tear it open.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I need to get a better image for this dragon for the next fight. I mean, this thing does look cool, but it's not how my dragons look.
Ogren. There you are. Con save?
Yeah, please. DC 15. Oh, there you go. It's 4d10 poison damage.
Yep.
But you are able to tear it open and get at the heart. So I then also need. Where is this thing? What was your thing called again? The one that you already had, Morel?
Which one I already had?
What did I call the dragon heart?
Heart of the Eternal Flame.
Heart of Eternal Flame. Okay. This thing was CR what? Well, this ended up being a far more exciting episode than I expected. This thing is... All right, so the new item is, I guess I'm just going to make these items as I go here. Parcel. Close that minute. Bring up Maz's sheet 2 so I can drag these in.
Tolan said he might be a little bit longer than expected.
That's okay.
So just might. He just said like 20 minutes ago he'd be a half hour, so
Yeah.
he might just be like with next 40 minutes or so.
Okay, so the Heart of Venom. I need to minimize this for a minute. So similarly, Morel, if you go down on top of your fire plume, there will also be a wave of like poisonous spores that erupt, doing 66 poison damage to anyone who fails the save. You're already resistant. So you are now immune to the poison damage and to the poison condition.
Great. Wish Tolan could have used that multiple times.
Yep.
No.
Your unarmed attacks. This will also count for your B shape. Now do an additional 1d6 poison damage as well.
Amazing.
So that is fucking sick. Congratulations. You are one step closer to literally becoming a dragon. What's the funniest thing is we were literally just talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple of negatives that come along with this thing, but they wouldn't affect you being an unborn, so it doesn't matter.
Negative.
Like stuff like risk of becoming poisoned, shit like that. Stuff that doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Stuff that being an
Now, it is worth noting your poison immunity does not carry over to your beast shapes. Like
That's fair.
Yeah. Sort of like your beast shapes are not immune to fire. But yeah, I feel like that will be fine. The consumer becomes immune to and these remain until you are, and I will program them later. Heart. I appreciate your guys' patience in the fact that I have to create a dragon horde from scratch.
That is the joys of being a DM, but we love you for it. You can also eat its brain and ask it questions.
That's vessel, not him.
That is a vessel thing.
Right, sorry.
Though I guess we could bring the head back.
Yeah,
Hey.
we should. Could always strap it to one of the dire wolves and they can carry it. Not like they eat food.
Okay. Heart of Venom. Done. I may have to reword some of that, but I did it very quickly. Okay, Maz, as you were saying, and I'm going to take you. In order to eat this thing, by the way, you have to be out of beast form. Which again, I think that's not unreasonable. Don't forget to burn one of your wild shapes for the day, by the way. And we'll put Morel back on the board. Okay, so in order to harvest the rest of this thing, or whatever you're wanting to get from it, so your options basically are its scales, its claws, its teeth, poison glands, blood, tissue from the wings, bones, and
all
eyes.
Of it.
Okay, you say that you got to survive long enough to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So what do you want to start with?
You know what I'm going to do? What? I'm going to drink my dented flask first.
Okay.
Because I need some extra HP here.
Yeah. Morel's just like basking in the energy of dragonness.
Yep. And let's start from the chest. Let's take some bone.
You want to start with the bone? Okay. So I have actual rules for harvesting components from creatures. I just remembered. Where did that go? Because it's a thing now. Okay, harvesting requirements. Okay, you have alchemical supplies. That's all fine and good. Okay, harvesting a carcass. So this requires, but this thing is a. Okay, these are going to be Arcana checks, Math.
Okay. Is there anything else I can roll?
Nope. This thing you have to again. Right. So bear in mind, this thing isn't sitting here looking like a typical dragon, right?
Yeah.
Think of it more like the Hideki Kojima form. This thing was like the elemental essence of toxin and poison.
Awesome.
So it is a strange tentacly amalgamation. It's got like vines and stuff coming off of it.
Yeah.
So you have to know what you're trying to harvest. Morel, going to the heart, had a pretty clear idea of what he was going for because he's done it before.
Right.
So hence the reason, hence why it's Arcana, because it's otherworldly. You can make this check with advantage if you are not proficient with alchemist supplies, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so you're making an Arcana check.
Okay. All right.
The DC is 15, and on a fail, you are going to suffer some effects. That is a 9. This was for the bones, right?
Yes.
Where the hell are you? Okay. Oh, hazard. None. Though the size and weight of the bones may make them difficult to transport. Never mind. Roll me 1d4.
Okay, just 1 second here.
Okay, so you are able to harvest 4, we'll call them ribs from this thing.
Okay.
Each of them is about 3 feet long, and they each weigh 20 pounds.
I'm going to strap them to one of the dire wolves with some rope I have.
Sure. All right, next.
Next is going to be...
you had mentioned the blood.
Let's try some of the blood, because there's blood on the ground, right?
Yes. Yes.
So I can, take some of my vials and just fill them up.
Yeah, you can scoop it up. It's still going to require an Arcana check.
Okay.
All right. So the blood is highly caustic and corrosive. And corrodes. What are you trying to put this thing in? Like with some of the vials?
I'm just going to put them in glass vials.
All right.
Yeah.
So when you touch the vials to the blood, they dissolve.
Okay. I don't really have anything else I can put it in, so I'm just going to leave the blood alone.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. The next thing we're going to go for are the claws.
Okay.
And I'll give you a check here.
Yep. Natural 1. Good thing I reroll. 16. Okay.
Reroll.
Cool.
Yeah. Perfect.
So make me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So you jump backwards as you go to pull a claw off of this thing's talons, or off of its hands. A burst of spores goes, but you're quick enough to jump out of the way. So roll me a D8.
D8. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're able to harvest 2 column green dragon claws. For now, I'll figure out what they are later.
And the last thing, or no, the teeth next.
Teeth. Yep. There's no hazard for these. They are just teeth.
Okay.
So roll
I
me
want the really sharp ones.
Yeah. Roll me. Well, basically, this creature has two big canines. Yeah, they're all sharp. If you're wanted to hazard or to harvest them,
I want the canines.
Yeah, you can just pull the 2 canines. They can just have them. So two.
Well, there's
green
4.
dragon
2
teeth.
on the top and 2 on the bottom.
No,
right?
No bottom canines. The bottom where the bottom canines are is a spot to spray venom.
Okay, all right. So 2 canines.
Yep.
Okay, and then the next thing is the scales.
Yep. Dragon scales. Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. You don't take half. So you take 2d10 poison damage, as these things are as you're harvesting these, they're dripping with venom.
Okay. All right. That's take it off my temp. Yeah,
I just
yeah,
took
there
it
it
off
goes.
your temp. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. Yep. Okay. Roll me 1d10.
Okay. Oh shit.
All right. Well, you're able to harvest 3 dragon scales.
Perfect.
Green dragon scales. So there is
Okay.
still the wings, the eyes, and those venom glands I was mentioning.
So the wings, definitely.
Okay. So again, they're all Arcana checks.
Yep.
To
I'm
do
just
this. Yeah.
ready. I'm just getting it rolled there.
Okay. Unfortunately, the wings are incredibly delicate, and you, as you go to like cut off some of it, it just kind of crumbles, and you're unable
Okay.
to harvest any of it from the wings.
Okay. All right.
So we have eyes, and we have
Eyes. Let's look for the eyes next.
Yep.
What color are they, by the way?
They are yellow, and there
Okay.
are 6 of them.
Ah.
Yeah. So again, Arcana check.
Okay. Oh well, it should re-roll.
Yeah.
But
7. Okay. Make me a dex save again, please.
okay. Oh.
Okay, and then I need you to roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay, and then roll me one more d6, please.
Okay.
As you go to pull the 6 eyes out, each of them one by one bursts in your hands.
Gross.
And each of them does 1d6 or 1d10 poison damage.
Lovely.
29. So this goes to 70. That
Well,
goes
fuck.
to 0. But that was smart of you to do the dead flask. So you are not able to harvest any eyes.
Okay. Wow.
Last thing is the poison glands, if you would like to try.
I mean, I don't really need them.
Okay. Yeah, they're also the hardest ones to
Yeah,
harvest. They're
and I'm
literally
a little bit
like venom
dead
glands.
ish here.
Well, you're at like
So
half health. You're
I
fine.
mean,
You'll be okay.
Morale kind of like finally comes out of his realizing Maz is hesitating on the poison ones. Like, I can help with those if you'd like.
yes, please.
Yeah, after all of this, yeah. Okay. The all that's really left is the poison gland, so it's a Arcana check, morale.
Yep.
I'm also gonna drink my dented flask just while he's doing that.
Sure. Does it say you can just do it at will?
Yeah, at will.
Yes,
It takes an action.
7.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Everyone within 10 feet. So, Maz, make another dex save. The good news is, Morale,
All
you're
right.
immune to this now.
Sure am.
All right. Well, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. 4d10. 18 damage. So as back down to 6. And as you go to try and extract the poison glands, you're unable to do so, and instead get sprayed with poison or with venom.
Lovely.
Gross.
Yeah. So
Not
that is
great.
all the stuffs.
Okay. Does he have anything else on him? Like, I don't know. I mean, where would he put a sword? He doesn't have a holster or anything.
Yeah.
You know,
It's an
it's
elemental
dragon.
beast.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now
You want to take the head? I could strap it to one of the dire wolves.
the head is as big or bigger than one of the dark wolves.
Okay. It was just a thought. I guess
Well,
can't
you
really
guys are welcome to take the head, but you're going to need more than one of the dire wolves to do so.
Okay. Yeah, we can split it between the two of them. There's still 2 left.
So that's up to you guys.
Why not?
Just drag it. Okay, so you want to cut the head off?
Yeah.
All right, well, make an Arcana check.
All right. Why not?
Okay, so as you go to cut the head off, the
Mm-hmm.
body dissolves into a pool of toxins.
Gross.
Again, Morel is immune to this, but Maz, I need you to make a con save.
Okay. Fuck.
That is not good enough.
No.
All right, 40.
Nice. That's great.
And that also affects the dogs, who I can't imagine would have passed the save.
No.
So I'm not even going to bother. The dogs are just down.
Okay.
Because they're all right here too. There's no way they are still up. Bagheera's toast. The dragon is toast. Well, there you go. You guys just killed a dragon that tried to ambush you. You have
Nice.
no idea why it tried to ambush you. You did not. You guys just immediately attacked it and did not
Hey,
talk
you
to it
attacked us first.
whatsoever.
Attacked us first.
Yes, this is true. It did do that. And Morel made it one step closer to becoming a dragon, which is kind of amazing and so incredibly random to happen in this episode of all episodes. So,
Awesome.
Maz is at Maz. Why does it keep putting up 24? Are you just continuing to drink the
I'm just
fucking
continually
flask
drinking.
like
Yeah.
every single fucking second?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my potion of superior healing as well.
Okay.
It's
so
8d4 plus 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's a d6. That's also a d6.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Also, you can pick up a d4,
One.
and then if while you're holding it, you hit the right click button, it'll multiply it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 4 more. Right.
5 more.
5 more. Give me 1 sec. That's so cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Okay, 1927.
Plus 8. Oh yeah. So you're doing
That is that. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, that happened.
Go us.
The dragon has completely, like I said, the dragon has completely dissolved, and is just kind of sinking. The toxins and stuff are kind of just being absorbed by the earth around you. Dogs are dead, and yeah.
Okay.
What's the plan? Are you guys continuing
Let's
on?
go yeah.
Okay, so you.
Yeah, I suppose we should probably find Spring.
Yeah. You. The great news is that was the last encounter before you get to the clearing. So you arrive back to that previous clearing that you guys had fought in, alongside the river. Close that window. It appears basically as Maz first saw it when she used the clairvoyance spell, that there is no immediate sign of Spriglet. There is goblin guts and gore all over the place, and there is a literal heaping mound of goblin bodies.
Okay, I'm going to use
all
the
piled up.
ethereal incense.
Okay.
And that will give me the ability to see ghost recreations of the past within 60 feet.
Okay.
You can see reconstructive buildings and once living creatures who are on their daily routines. So I want to see what happened after we left.
Okay, cool. You see, so again, spectral images basically of, initially it's the end of your guys' battle where you guys are running away. Milo remains and continues trying to fight these guys off. Eventually, though, he just goes inert and is just standing there.
Okay.
The Ogren and goblins and the goblinoids all how to describe this. They're initially beating on Milo, but are they're stupid, but they're not stupid enough to be like, well, thing is not even attacking us anymore, and is just basically a rock.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, an Orcrin, runs off into the woods, and after some time, returns along with a tall, thin-looking female figure.
Okay.
She has, you can't really see color because everything disappears as weird, soft, glowy green. But she has hair down to her waist. She's incredibly gaunt. Like, in fact, like, looks almost like a corpse, but is clearly alive. Like, she's not like decaying or anything, but she's very, very, very thin.
Mm-hmm.
She is very dirty, like covered in grime and bits of forest debris. Like there's twigs and leaves and things sticking out of her hair. She's not wearing any clothing.
Okay.
But as she walks into the clearing, all of the goblinoids, all basically they don't kneel, like they fall face first down onto the ground,
Oh wow.
with their like hands out. So they're sprawled all the way out. And the woman goes over and picks up Spriglet's body and
Oh.
then walks off into the woods. And as she walks off, one by one, the goblinoids all stand up and then head in the same direction as her.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Morel all of this. And what I'm gonna suggest is we get Milo out. I mean, I could just call him over, I guess, or go figure it out. But then we go back to the inn and get everyone and go find out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth noting the how long the ethereal incense shows you how long a period of time. Like it's
It
just kind of
says, yeah, it doesn't say a period, how long the period of time. So I
yeah.
was just
It's
trying to
not
think, like,
if I actually now that I think about it, it's not even targeted. So just gave you a bunch of information that you may or may not have even gotten, but that's fine. It's worth noting that at the end of you burning this incense,
mm-hmm.
at that point, Milo is still just standing there, and there's no pile of bodies
Okay,
around him.
okay, all right. I'm gonna just call him over.
Well, he's not there, Maz. Like, what do you mean
Oh,
you're gonna call him? Like, you don't see him.
yeah. Okay, I thought he was still there, like, because he didn't move.
No, he had not moved as of the end of that incense.
Okay. All right, let's go kind of look around and see, like, is he under the bodies or, like, did we see him?
You can make a investigation check.
Okay. I'm not very good at these, oddly.
Morel, by the
Morale, you
way,
want to
she
help?
burns the incense, so you see all of this as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're also welcome to make investigation checks or whatever it is you would like
Please.
to do.
Yes.
We'll
We'll make an investigation check. Gonna step off for just a second after this, though.
Yep.
Yeah, no problem.
Nope.
All right. Well, Morel doesn't find anything. Maz, as what specifically are you investigating? Are you investigating the pile of bodies?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I want to see if he's underneath them.
You start hauling bodies off one by one, but it does not appear that he is under the pile of bodies.
Okay. Can I go just back where he was the last time I saw him?
Yep. You certainly can. There are. I mean, he's not there.
Do I see his figurine anywhere?
You do not see his figurine anywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can. I mean, the investigation. You only investigated the pile of bodies.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna keep looking around.
Depending on, so it depends on what exactly you want to look for. For example, if
I'm
you
gonna
want to look for tracks, it's a survival check,
Okay.
etc. Okay,
Fuck,
so
I'm
you'll have to
-1 in
tell me what you're
survival.
looking into.
Yeah, so let's do tracks, but I'm a -1 in this.
A 13 is pretty good. I mean, there's tracks all over the place here.
Yeah. But I would know what his kind of looked like.
Well,
They're
because
big.
his are like big, round,
Yeah.
stumpy. They look
Yeah.
like elephant prints. In any case, his because of the soft ground here, because it's on the edge of a river, so it's kind of muddy.
Mm.
You can see from where he was standing. I mean, there are the tracks of him leading up to that point. There are
Mm.
also tracks of him going off that lead off into the woods, and other tracks that lead back to the pile of bodies. And there's numerous sets of those.
Hmm. Okay. Well. All right.
How's everybody doing?
Hello.
Hey, man.
You missed them fighting a fucking dragon.
Was this like a random
It was
thing, or did they?
They rolled it on the table.
Yep. He
And-
rolled another nat 1 for the D4 and the 20.
Yep.
Merle did.
I think he's not allowed to roll those anymore.
I make everybody do it. The good news is they're about to double back towards you, so you have good timing. They're currently in the clearing where you guys had fought the warband, looking for Spriglet and Milo. So sorry, Maz. As you
So
were
yeah,
saying,
we don't see him then, or like there's no real clear path to where he went. It's kind of everywhere.
If he went anywhere, he went into the woods.
He went into the woods. Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like he's been in and out of the woods like a bunch of times,
Okay.
leading over to the giant pile of bodies.
Okay. All right. I suggest then when Morel gets back that we head back to the inn and get everybody and go after this crazy lady and
Sure.
find Milo.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
not sure, Tolan, if you heard the lady that was apparently picked up Spriglet and took her away.
Were you tuned into the stream at all, Tolan?
No, I was at a restaurant. So
Okay, yeah, no problem. Well, the good news is, Maz, he wasn't there. His character wasn't there. So
right.
the character wouldn't have heard anything either.
Yeah, well, I was just curious if you just heard what happened. But yeah, that'll be a story to tell everybody. What?
I would like when I was messaging earlier saying I was going to be a little bit. I was scared that like when I heard we were in combat, I immediately just assumed that for some reason or another we were fighting the people inside the inn.
No. Everything in the inn went perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
We were very much cordial.
Yeah. Basically, they traveled back. You remember having to jump across the little crack in the ground last time?
Yeah.
So they got back to there. Before they got back to there, they came across a huge party of Dwarty, who had come from Nordlaval, that town that you guys were headed towards. They informed Maz and Morel that the Nordlaval had been completely ransacked, and they were basically hunting this warband.
The warband that we saw.
So Morel and Maz said, we're heading back to where we fought them. If you're looking to look for these things, a good place to start. So as they're traveling back, they make it up to that crack in the ground, and there's a number of Orcrin that are lining up single file and jumping into the crack. And then they look down in the crack and like 30. So all the Dwarty were like, fuck it, perfect. We're going to go underground and fight these things. So they all piled in after these guys. And there's about a 30-foot drop. And then there's a sort of a, best way to describe it is like the ground funnels down to a hole in the ground that leads much deeper underground. And at that point, we cracked jokes about, wow, Toland would love this.
Yes, jumping in holes.
I am so not even joking. Like above jokes. As soon as you said it was a 30-foot drop, I immediately thought I have enough health to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. So we will, for the sake of getting Toland, because I can't imagine Morel's going to want to do anything other than meet back
Go
up
back.
and you guys get your shit
Yeah.
together.
I'd also like to like sleep for a little bit, like maybe a short rest, so that I can get my health back.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. So we will head back to the Bighorn Tavern or whatever the fuck it is, Bighorn Roadhouse, so that you can inform Toland of all of this stuff. And when Morel comes back, if he for some reason is against that, we
sorry.
Oh, you're back. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Toland's here. Are you cool with just going back to the place and regrouping? I'm not going to make you guys roll tables or anything. I'll just let you guys group up.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Awesome.
So you will head back
Gonna
and
reset my
wake up. Well, I'm just going to going to like long rest you guys for the sake of ease. Long rest, and now I can put.
Would you say it's been 24 hours, by the way?
No, since the dogs.
Okay. Yeah.
It's been like an hour.
Yeah, I just meant like by the time we get back there and then do a long rest.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Great, and I will grab the vessel.
Purely off of long rest, it's like 3 long rests if we're going off 8 hours. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
8-hour long rest, right?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure like the time that it took for us to travel, whether or not that.
No. I mean, it's been like 9 hours or something like that. You go back, conk out, get up in the morning, and inform Toland and the vessel of your weird adventure that you had in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, well,
where you fought a fucking dragon.
I'm gonna be like, remember when I woke you guys up last night and said I was going to the bathroom? Well, I really wasn't.
Yeah, you guys failed your insight checks, by the way. I rolled them for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was just like the baby dragons that we normally had been fighting, or is this
like this is a green dragon.
This was a young green dragon. It exploded into a column of toxic energy, and Morel ate its heart again.
Yeah, I'm gonna show them all the loot I got, with the claws and the teeth and the scales. It was fun.
Yep, but you don't know what any of them do, by the way, Maz. If you didn't notice, I didn't tell you.
No, but
because you guys, you guys got rid of your guy with Identify, and Toland no longer has his Identify book.
Damn it!
Hey, I have Detect Magic.
You do have Detect Magic. This is true. That is.
It's like part of Identify.
Yes, yeah, it gets you most of the way there. Well, believe it or not, dragon parts are magic. And he can tell.
Awesome.
So as you guys kind of get up during the day, you hear so there's the old lady at the inn. The 2 gentlemen are gone. They've clearly taken off during the night. But you hear like a yelp as the old lady comes running inside and like slams the door. And she's freaked out and says that there is a giant with a cart of bodies outside.
Milo! I run outside.
Okay. Yeah. So it is Milo.
Awesome.
So he literally has turned up with how to describe it? Like a sled with a mountain of orc bodies on it.
What a good boy! I call for everybody to come out.
He's just been dragging him all the way over to you guys.
Yep. I'm going to call out for everybody to come out and join me.
A lot of students, he's probably not going to answer because he's a big piece of rock.
He can't talk.
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
How the hell did he get a sled?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's not a sled. It's like the side of a building or something.
Ooh, I have a question.
Yes.
I don't think this is possible, but if I give the black box, right? The jet black box to Milo, and I ask him what happened. Can he think it and then it show people?
Yeah, so I'm sort of informing you that he doesn't think.
Right. Yeah. He's a rock.
The fact that I've given him back to you is basically a giant stretch, and I'm making it work so that the party can get back together.
Thank you. All right, I won't push that further.
Yeah, no, it's all good. He's a golem. Like, he is a literally stone golem. So he doesn't have like, if you asked him to think, he would just see, like, what you would see on it is you thinking about him. Like,
yeah, he understands the language, but he can't speak anything, and he's
correct.
also a stone golem. So like he understands when we talk to him.
Listen, he had a whole ass adventure last night that you guys know nothing about.
I know. I really, really wish someday I could figure it out.
Well, you didn't stay there any longer to try to work it out. Yeah. I'll tell you
True.
after the stream.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, buddy. I'm gonna check on all the dead people. Let's loot the bodies.
I mean, they don't have, like, they're not even wearing armor. They're just like wild animal.
I know.
Versions of the orc.
They also probably wouldn't be smart enough to take their weapons, right?
Correct.
You never know. They might have clothes on, and there could be like money in their pocket.
No, they don't.
If you're looking for animal
they're monkey
fat,
rats.
If you're looking for animal fat, there's a pile of animals right next to us.
Well,
yeah, that's actually reasonable.
I need some fat.
Okay.
I have no idea if she got the potions made earlier. I knew that was a conversation.
Yeah, I got some made.
She did make some. There is.
I had to use my.
You're able to get 15 units of animal fat. At some point, Maz, we got to look at your. I got to look at your inventory because it's like you're
yeah, I'm near.
Full up.
I know. I need to. I was going to ask you. Is there a possibility that I can get Milo a like a bag or make a bag for him to have over his shoulders, and then I can have him carry some stuff?
Well, the problem is he despawns, right?
Like only when he gets killed.
Right, but he won't
his
be.
His XP is like 100,000. I know it won't be indefinitely, but it's just a help.
What'd you say his HP is?
Sorry, it's XP. I was reading as HP. Jesus Christ! I was like, holy fuck.
His HP is 77, and his armor
77.
class is 60.
I was looking at the wrong thing, man.
He most definitely, yeah, he's worth 1100 XP if you wanted to kill him.
Kill him, yeah. No.
He's most definitely dieable. So you could give him. You could give him a backpack or something.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
I mean, you have an empty backpack on your, or I guess that's the backpack that all your shit is in.
That's all my shit goes in there.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't currently have a backpack to give him.
Yeah, I want to see if I can buy one in the town.
So I have an idea.
Yeah.
Does Maz make stuff?
So what?
Not really.
I was gonna say because there's a bunch of things that you could just skin and turn into a backpack.
Yeah, see, I don't make anything, but I mean, I'm sure somebody in the town could do. Like, I know this is a very small place, but I'm sure somebody has a backpack I could buy.
If we're in a small hamlet, they've got to have like a hunter
or somebody who makes the shit.
They had 2 hunters, but unfortunately you weren't awake to talk to them. These guys talked to them, and then they left.
Yeah,
they've gone hunting.
Yeah, but I'm sure somebody in the town, like even like I don't know, a lady who quilts or something, can make me a bag.
There is. You could talk to the barkeep lady.
Yes, I would like to know her name as well.
Yeah. Her name is Gertrude.
Nice.
Bar Bighorn.
Nice. All right, Gertie.
Bighorn Inn or whatever.
This is This is the Bighorn Roadhouse. Yeah, it's worth noting that like this place is there is literally the Roadhouse, and there are 2 small little like houses that probably belong to the hunters.
Yeah, maybe they have a bag. I'll leave them a little bit of money if they have one.
Are you wanting to break into their houses?
No, I want to talk to the barkeep first and see if she knows anybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna like just start doing crime.
Maz, who are you, and what did you do with your character?
I know. What did I do with my character?
So So here's the question is, does she have a backpack?
Yes.
Yes, she has a backpack.
Okay. How much do you want for it?
Great question. 158 shards.
How about I trade you some of it, and I can give you some of it in money, and I show her some of the new shit I got, and some of the supplies I have, because obviously she must be a potion maker because she had all those recipes.
She dabbles in it. She would be interested in she'd trade you the backpack for your alchemist supplies.
Not all of them.
Well, you only have one set of them, and she wants
Oh
those.
no, I'm not giving her my supplies. No, fuck no.
Okay.
Sorry. Anything else? I mean, I've got all these components.
Yeah. So speaking of,
158.
how did you get? At this point, you don't have those dragon bones, by the way.
Yeah, I know
because the
that
dogs
I left
died
them.
and you had to leave them.
Yeah.
So make sure you note that.
Yeah,
the
I've
other
already
stuff
taken
is
them off.
reasonably light, but it is worth noting you are like right on the edge of
I know.
max
That's why I'm trying to get rid of some stuff. Yeah.
Stuff that she would buy.
I'll just buy the bag for you if we need to.
Does anybody want the enchanted saddle? That's 25 pounds itself. It's a magic saddle that, when mounted on a creature, increases their speed by 10 feet and grants them the ability to fly for 1 minute per day.
I mean, Toland is going to have fine steed in like 1 month.
Do you want it, man?
Yeah, I mean, I can take it.
Yeah. All right. Here.
To
put
Toland
in your inventory. I'm deleting it from mine.
Don't delete it from yours. I have to drag it over from your inventory into his. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
So that helps a lot. Yep.
Also, does anybody want the abyssal bone blade?
I'll take it.
It's 5 pounds. Okay, you can have that too.
Okay.
Can you use to slice my vines with?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I could always get a dagger, right? If I need one. I rarely ever use my swords, so.
Oh yeah, you guys didn't tell. So now that Toland's here and you guys have all come together, I can tell Toland how this fucking dragon fight. So clearly, Morel has been planning for fucking fighting dragons. Because when the dragon came down and Breath attacked them, Morel used Wall of Thorns to create a dome of thorns over this thing so that it couldn't take off. And he domed it over himself and turned into the ogre and thunderdomed this thing inside of the fucking dome of thorns over. Like, it was ridiculous. He has clearly been planning this for some time.
It was great.
It was awesome.
He's been wanting to eat. He hasn't hurt, so he's been planning to eat more dragons.
He's now immune to poison damage. Not just like yeah. So he's got two of his 5 necessary boons. So yeah, he is crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
Making moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was, as you're announcing we're getting ambushed, I was like, okay, okay, just switch over to my control spells, do this. And you're like, it's a dragon. I'm like, oh, perfect.
Yep.
We get to try this out immediately.
Yeah. And once again, just like last time, big eruption of in this case it was like venom and toxic stuff.
Yeah.
And
not that I plan to ever find out, but do those all trigger simultaneously, or is it like a one-on-one?
If you go down, it all goes off at once.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can I just take out 158 shards and buy this backpack?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
I just toss it over to Maz.
Thank you. I give her the money.
And so Milo now has a backpack.
Perfect.
And when Milo despawns, the backpack disappears. No.
No.
Okay, so Milo has a backpack, and I guess I have to figure out how to give Milo an inventory.
Yes, please, because I'm going to move some stuff over to that backpack.
Fuck if I know how to do that at the moment.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to make note of it myself.
You're just going to have to make notes of it?
Yep.
Yeah,
you don't owe me the money. This is a group investment.
Thank you.
None of us have
strength scores anymore.
Yeah.
So as of right now, we need this until we get a bag of holding.
Oh, I know.
So his carry capacity is 200 or 400 push lift drag.
Okay.
FYI. So feel free to start moving shit over to him. Consider all the stuff that you got from the dragon. Each item weighs, call it 1 unit. So however that wants to work out for you, do that.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Can I also make another healing potion while we're here?
I would suggest, I guess you could have done it over the course of that long rest that you just took.
Yeah.
So yeah, make a herbalism kit check.
Yep.
Is this lady selling rations?
She doesn't have rations. She does have stew. Okay, Maz, you are able to make another potion of superior healing.
Okay.
8d4 plus 8.
Did I ever actually give Maz the reindeer horns that I have?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I got them.
Yep, they're in her
Okay,
inventory.
I didn't delete them from my inventory. I just wanted to make sure. Deleted.
Yeah, how many did you have? 8?
Reindeer horns, I had 14.
14. Okay.
We're gonna need some form of rations
What?
at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of, so Maz, I'm going to delete one of your rations. Morel can bask in the sunlight. Toland, how much rations do you have? I guess take one off.
I have 5 days, but if I've been eating the stew because I paid this, like I paid extra for the food.
Yes.
Oh, can we take some for the road?
You could try to. How do you want to do that? There isn't Tupperware in the medieval era.
It's just a glass jar, like a mason jar.
Yeah, conceivably. Do you have one?
So is this?
No, does the lady have one?
Is this medieval era stew?
This is. Oh yeah, this is like.
I mean,
probably.
This is brown stuff and a piece of bread.
Yeah.
So, one thing about medieval stew is that they keep it above a certain temperature, and once like food gets above a certain temperature, mold doesn't grow on it, right?
Yep, correct.
Nice.
They have it sitting in there for like 6 months.
Yep.
If they keep it hot enough, I'm assuming the second we cool this thing down, it's gone in like days.
Not even days.
What about
I wouldn't eat this once it's cooled off.
Could we buy the bread?
You could. If you wanted to buy bread, you'd have to wait some more time because she bakes the bread each day. And she has fed it to you guys.
All right. Well, it was worth a try.
We wait for the bread.
Take a ration down, or am I like eating in stew?
No, you can eat the stew.
All right.
It tastes like brown.
How much is it for a night in here?
You guys have only been in there one night, but it was
75.
75 per and 100 including the food.
Yeah. I mean, we could stay another night and I can make some more potions.
Well, we're gonna need to make money because we can't even afford to stay in this little hamlet for long periods of time.
Yeah. So here's the noteworthy thing. Okay, so here's where just so you guys can figure out what you want to do. Couple of things have gone on. So you have found out that the town that you were heading south to, not Farmville, which is further than you were going, but the town between where you were and Farmville was like absolutely ransacked by that group of goblinoids. Those goblinoids appear to have gone into some sort of underground cave system. On top of that, the party members who snuck out in the middle of the night, got pretty much immediately attacked by a green dragon. You don't know why.
I just assume everything out there hates us.
No,
that's entirely possible.
I think that considering you've run into, was the dragon coming from the direction of the town when they ran into it?
They were in the woods on their way to that clearing where you guys had fought stuff, and this thing crashed down through the trees above them. So they did
That's when
not see which
Morel
direction it came from.
rolled the gnats, the gnat ones.
Yeah, it so happens that this was on this table. It's true. No, Morel rolled the nat ones were for the orcs jumping into the hole in the ground.
Yeah. We just came across them.
Yeah,
the third time they rolled.
It so happens that this dragon was on this table, but I also had plans. Like, this isn't. I'm not saying this stuff like. I'm not needlessly saying you don't know why it attacked you. Like, I had always planned for there to be a dragon on this fucking island, so, take that as you will. I guess the point I'm making is it's not a red herring if you want to try and investigate dragon stuff.
Considering we've ran into a warband of like goblinoid thingies, going down this direction, and then also a dragon, I think there's something greater trying to stop us from going down towards the direction.
Maz, are you going to tell them about what you saw with the ethereal incense?
Yes. So, for those, you just go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. This is one's all on you.
Give me 1 second. I had it written down. So I used the ethereal essence to see what happened after we left. Essentially,
she used it in the clearing where you guys had fought the war.
Yeah. So what we saw at first was Milo just basically becoming a stone person after a while, giving up fighting, and he just stops. Then an Ogren walks away from Milo that he was beaten up on and goes into the woods. And after a while, he returns, but he has a very gaunt, tall, slim-looking lady who looks like she's almost dead. She's naked. She looks dirty, following him. And he brings her to the clearing. And then she picks up Spriglet and then walks back out of the woods. And, of course, the goblins, the Okran and all that we were fighting that were there, they all, literally bowed down to the floor and put their heads, on the ground and were, bowing to her as the lady walked through the clearing. Yeah. And then I guess they got up and followed her out of the woods.
So I think there's definitely trying to amass some sort of force to maybe attack the Sanctuary of the Seven, being as in there's all those people there, and as long as they're probably not even looking to win, they're probably just looking to take some people and eat them. Because they know they can get away with a decent amount of people before any of the seven really step in, and then use the forces they have to hold them off and get away. That being said, they may be trying to stop us from going further down, towards Northville and Farmville. I think we should still try to get to Farmville. It's up to you guys. I mean, it's where the food was supposed to come from. And
yeah, we should probably continue our good deeds, like the heroes we are.
I'm going to ask the barkeep if she knows anything about this weird-looking lady we saw.
Okay. Or how do you want to describe her to the old lady
I described her.
See this vision?
No, exactly how I just described her to them.
So she looks at you kind of cockeyed and goes, "No, I don't know anything about a weird naked lady in the woods."
I'm gonna think it like how I saw it and put my hand on the box and show it to her, like this.
Yeah, I should never have given you that fucking item. She is immediately terrified. And asks you all to leave.
Why?
She just wants you to leave.
No, please. This is very important. I need you to tell me what you know.
She says that you need. She grabs her gun and says you need to leave now.
Which one of you guys can read minds?
Neither of us.
None of them.
Fuck.
I could grasping Vine the gun out of her hand. Though.
Yeah. I mean, we really need to know. We really need to know.
All right, cool. We're shaking people down now.
No, I don't want to kill her. We need to know.
No, Maz. Commit.
It's a little late. He has decided.
Fuck.
Can I like put my hands up, say we don't want to fight, and I want to be like,
we don't want to fight you. Like, we need to know this information. That is basically
Meanwhile, Morale is just vine whipping her immediately.
that is basically like who I consider as my daughter out there. I need to find her, please. This is very important to me. I promise we are on your side. We are on the good side. We are only trying to find out what happened.
She like cocks the gun. Yeah.
Don't make me shoot
is
you.
Morale actually? Are you actually?
Yeah, no.
No.
I've been let. I wanted to let Maz talk, but yes, I'm definitely thorn whipping the gun.
Okay. I need you to make thorn whip's an attack roll, correct?
Yes.
So I need you to make an attack roll with disadvantage in order to hit the gun and not her.
Oh, I don't really care if I hit her.
Oh, okay. Then great. I'm just going to get a sap block for her. Then, that's fine.
I mean, I'd prefer not to kill her with this because she is a civilian, but. Ooh, this might actually kill her. We'll find out.
Okay, there you go. She's now in the combat tracker. You're welcome to thorn whip her.
Yep.
I mean, we can always, if she dies, we can always feed her brain to the vessel and ask her questions.
Is she in the?
Oh, sorry. Now she is.
Now she is.
Pay no attention to the picture of the old man in it. It's just the first thing I got for commoner. That hits.
Well,
on her AC of fuck all.
Alright, don't die.
She's super dead. She's way beyond dead. That is more than 3 times her health.
God damn it.
He like snaps her in half, basically.
Okay, well, I'm going to say God damn it, and then I'm going to go and get her brain and give it to Vessel and say, please, let us ask her some questions.
I know we've been trying to kill everything, guys. I know we've been that group. But
this all happened in the blink of an eye, and Dolan's just like, fuck.
I said I didn't want to kill her. I just need to know some information, and she's the one who insisted on pointing a gun at us.
See, what's happening here is Morel's going to get, at the more dragon that gets into Morel, I think the more of this is going to happen. Yeah.
The problem is
Morale did this. Maz just has the head saying, you did this. I wanted this to be peaceful.
Yeah, so Maz, you're going to what? How are you exactly? You gave away your knife.
No, I still have a dagger.
You in fact do still have a dagger. Okay,
and
so
a hammer.
You cut her head off?
I mean, Tolan can contribute too.
Yeah. Who wants to get the brain out?
I'm not touching that lady.
All right. I got a hammer. And a knife.
The vessel just starts salivating.
We are currently wanted by many people, including cops, the quote-unquote cops. And we just went to this small town and killed Dinky because we asked her a question that provoked her, and the first choice we had was to kill her.
I didn't want to kill her.
She pointed a gun at us.
She did point a gun, at you guys. This is true.
Is that something innocent people do?
If they feel threatened.
Yeah, but she shouldn't be threatened of us. And giving us information. Giving us information only benefits her because it gives us the ability to take down this thing, right?
That's under the assumption that we can take this thing down.
Or like we were going to leave. We weren't going to hurt her. We were going to leave and kill this thing. I was appealing to her humanity.
I don't want to be like I'm not. It's weird that I have to be the
that guy.
How do we not know
being that guy?
So we don't know anything about this big ass naked lady in the woods, right?
No.
Except
for she's dirty and she's naked and she's tall and she looks like she's like dead almost. And she took
we don't know anything. Because we don't know anything. We literally know nothing. There's a 0% chance that she may be a Kojima, and we clearly the last one fucked us up. So this thing could be anywhere between just a crazy naked lady in the woods all the way up to a also pure blood dragon, because you fought a dragon. Okay?
2 dragons.
like two dragons, but assuming only one in the woods here, and clearly eating the heart was equal to or equivalent enough to have eaten the other dragon, which means the possibility we don't even know if that one's dead, first of all, and then also this lady, if there's a connection, could be a pure Kojim that also turns into a dragon, has been living in the woods. And the last one was all hands on deck moment, and I don't know if we could handle the same fight again. To be quite honest.
I mean, to be fair, the two of them just killed the. Now it was about the same level. You guys are much stronger than you were when you fought Hideki Kojima at the time. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Hideki Kojima was also a lot stronger than that.
Yes, this is true.
So we just need to be careful. We're supposed to be on this island, kind of hiding from the guards / cartels, anybody who wants to get us. And now we have to leave this town, or those two hunters that know we stayed here. We leave, this lady's here, or she goes missing. They're going to immediately assume we have something to do with it.
So we have to clean up the witnesses.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So what you're saying is we need to kill the hunters.
If we're in trouble now because we killed this lady. Keep killing people. I don't feel like will get us out of trouble. Say we may just want to listen. We have a cart full of bodies outside. Just throw them in here and stage it like she got attacked.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But I kind of want her head so we can figure out what happened.
Listen,
we should probably hide most of her.
The vessel walks over. Maz, did you chop off her head yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. He just grabs the head out of your hands and just mashes his face through the skull and starts eating the brains.
All right, awesome. I got an idea, guys. The idea to get away with murder.
All right.
Involve Milo. I need you to make Milo destroy this lady's body, rip it apart. Okay.
Right, do it, Milo.
Milo walks over and picks up the old lady by the leg and just rapidly shakes her as hard as he can, and she blows apart. You guys are then covered in guts.
All right, and then I need Milo to take all of these bodies, right, and just start putting them in places in the inn.
Do it. Listen to Tolan.
Yeah, I mean he's got no problems doing that.
All right, now I need Milo to essentially. Is there a window on this place or front area?
Yeah, yep.
Just start destroying the whole front wall.
Make it look like they rampage through.
He smashes through the wooden wall and the glass panes.
All right, guys. Now we got to find the nearest person we can and report that this town got attacked, and the innkeeper guy was killed badly in the fight, and we fought off all the things in here and succeeded at stopping them from destroying the rest of the town, and we are covered in guts as proof.
Well, kind of looks around. It's would some fire help, maybe?
No, let's not burn down the shop.
No, the evidence is working for us, so we just need to find somebody else to tell them that the innkeep is dead.
Yeah,
a bunch of Orkrans killed everybody, killed her, and we got away with our lives.
So FYI, the vessel begins to weep.
I'm going to ask him, what do you know about the lady in the woods?
So I'm not capable of doing the voices that he does, so I'm not even going to try. So he explains in a creaky old voice that sounds kind of like the old lady that you had just been talking to. Two things. First off, he's also going to admit something to you guys, which is that he's been hearing voices for a few days.
Gertie's been hearing voices.
And the
vessel has been hearing voices.
The vessel has been hearing voices.
Okay.
And he wasn't sure if they were coming from inside of him or outside of him or what was going on. But the old eating the brains of this lady has kind of confirmed some things for him.
Oh, like what?
So the old lady the old lady, the Gertrude, the barkeep, thinks that the lady in the woods is a demon of some kind. There have been ghost stories and folk tales about a woman living in the woods here, like on this island, who steals children in the night.
Oh.
And she had her infant stolen from her many years ago. Just disappear. Just completely
Oh,
gone.
God.
And she didn't think that this being or this creature existed. But having seen this image scared the living shit out of her.
Shit. No wonder.
So is he completely innocent and that we killed for no reason? All right. Well,
Yeah.
at least I got away.
The gaunt lady. What's the lady's name?
They just call her the mother.
Okay.
The vessel informs you that the voices in his head have been calling her the sightless mother. He doesn't know what that means, but that's 2 questions, by the way. You only get 5.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so that's 2.
Yep.
Third one is
I have questions, but I don't know if.
Okay. All right. What are they? You got 3.
I wanted to know if there was a. This lady has probably has no idea, and I mean literally no idea, what sightless mother. And then we were fighting orphans with no eyes in the dungeon with about.
Oh yeah.
And we were fighting a thing covered in eyes.
So tell her that, and then say, "Do you like?"
What's the question?
My question. My original question, which is going to be very basic, was just going to be questions about if she knew anything to do with the elder gods.
She doesn't know anything about that. She's a devout worshiper of the God Emperor.
You know who might know something though is the sworn at the Sanctuary of the Seven. So when we go back there, we have to ask her.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where? No. I guess. No. Anybody else have any ideas?
She doesn't seem to know much.
I want to ask her where her daughter went missing.
Where her daughter? Yeah, where did her daughter go missing?
She used to live in, like, back then. She lived in North Laval with her husband, who has passed away.
Okay.
She didn't go missing. She'd like disappeared from her crib in the middle of the night.
Get stolen.
How long ago do we think this was?
She's like a 70-year-old lady, so 50 years.
Oh.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Right. It's not that this was a recent thing. It was very traumatic for her.
Okay, that's 5.
We know that Spriglet's like actually like 9 years old.
She's 7.
Spriglet's like actually 7, so she didn't like get stolen from the crib, grown up to 7, became a magus, and then has just been 7 since like 43 years.
Could be.
You don't know. Yep.
Yeah, but she's dead. Or that's the 5 questions after we asked, like, when did she get stolen?
That is all 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like speculating now with the group.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. All right. So can I see your gun?
Yeah. It's just like a
and all the
real
supplies she has.
basic ass shotgun.
I want all of her supplies and all the recipes that I didn't buy.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, sure. What were the other recipes? I guess I'll tell them to you now.
So can I have my money back for the stay in the inn and then also
you guys grab all your shards. Yes, be my guest.
258 shards back.
Yes,
I guess because I paid for the food as well.
Yep. Let's take all the money. Why not? So the ones that I didn't get were
in total. I guess I'd better do a fucking loot table for this lady, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Toland, you can have back your. It was. Why'd you say 158? What the hell was that about? Oh,
So the
258
backpack
because
was
of the
100.
backpack. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're back in
258
the night
shards
at the
back
end.
to
Yeah,
you. Maz,
yeah.
it's 400 shards plus another 100, 500 shards.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
So it's 500 in total?
Your numbers didn't add up. Oh
Oh,
no, 500. No, 500 is correct. That would put you at just at 1100. That makes sense. You
yeah.
said you had about 1100. Okay,
Yeah,
never
it was
mind.
like
Yep.
1097.
Yep.
Yeah.
500.
So,
Morel, you can add 100 shards back to your inventory.
Perfect.
And I'll put it on the vessel.
so yeah, I'm going to get the Alchemist Fire. Sorry, no, the Antitoxin and the Acid Potion, I think, were the only ones that were left.
Okay, so you need
Hi guys.
antitoxin. So
If
antitoxin
anybody,
is alcohol, Maz,
Okay. All right.
and a single earth
Okay. Component.
component,
Okay.
and requires the alchemy kit or
Okay.
alchemy supplies. And then what was the other one?
The other one was Acid Potion.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that requires sulfur.
Okay.
One fire component.
Okay.
Sorry, two fire components, two
Okay.
water components,
Okay.
and two earth components.
Okay. And I also want to take all of our sulfur.
And that, okay, great.
So how many earth? Sorry, you said it was 1 sulfur, 2 fire, 2 water.
Two fire, two water, and 2 earth.
2 earth. Okay, yeah.
And requires alchemy supplies.
Perfect.
Yep. And then yes, she had 20, or well, the remainder of 25. So you would have 24 sulfur in your inventory.
Okay, I'm gonna add that.
Does anyone else wanted to loot this fucking old lady's corpse and shit?
Oh, and I do want the gun. Please.
is there anybody? Like, can I walk outside and see if there's anybody like around town, like in their houses right now?
Sure.
Oh. Yeah.
I just want to report the attack.
Yeah. So I mean, again, talk about town. It's three buildings.
Yeah, just like
so there's
nobody else.
There's nobody around. Nobody has come running. There's you don't see anybody on the road.
Somebody want to write a note?
Yeah, I'll write one. But I want her gun first.
Okay, her gun is a basic shotgun. It has the loading characteristic and does 1d6 piercing damage.
Awesome.
I'm gonna stand out in the street. I want to look up into the sky and I'm gonna say sorry.
Yeah.
To Skylight?
Yeah. It's the second time I had to apologize.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you want to do here?
It's like morning now, right? We went to sleep.
Yeah. It's daylight.
You could take another rest and I can make some more potions.
You
Well, I
just
think we should
filled the
hit the
place up
road.
with fucking what has got to be very awful smelling corpses.
I mean, we could go outside. Go sleep in the hunter's house. I'm sure they won't mind. They're not there.
I think we should just hit the road.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I've left my note.
We need to distance ourselves
What do we
from
want to say in the note?
this tragic accident.
Okay.
Morel's just whistling.
Yeah, we should go to Nordlerville, see what we can see there, and then go through there right to Farmville, get the food at Farmville, get more food or the food, and then instead of having them go, we just follow them back. We guard the food ourselves all the way back to the Sanctuary of the Seven.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. We'll avoid this town. 3 houses.
Yeah, I mean,
hamlet
it's
on the
worth
way
noting
home.
this place is out of the way, right? So, Okay, if you guys are heading out onto the road, at the risk of blowing up the place again, Toland, I need you to roll a D4 and then a D20.
1 and 1. 1 and 1. Ah, you've already ruined it, Toland. 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Okay.
Oh, Maz, did you add that to the kill tracker?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice. You've got 2 kills for tonight.
So as you're walking along the road back towards back along the road back towards the road. Back towards the road that heads south. Before you approach that hole, like the crack in the earth that all the goblins and trolls are going down to, you find pikes all along the road with the heads of goblinoids, Ogren and Orkrin.
Nice.
Are they Dorothy?
Dorothy, yeah.
Yeah, Dorothy.
Make a history check.
Oh, I'm good at this.
Oh, well, maybe not. Can I roll as well?
They look like sticks with spikes on the end of them.
Can I also do
Yep. You like yes.
history?
I got a 12.
I'm going to use a luck
What
point.
do I know for my
Toland's not even sure that they exist.
I'm going to use a luck point on that. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Maz is recognizes them of being of reasonable quality, but otherwise is unable to identify them. Like the make of the pipes.
So they're not Ogren heads?
No, there are Ogren heads. There's a variety of goblinoids.
Okay. So they're not like... So they're goblinoid. The Dwarty aren't goblinoid, right?
The Dwarty are dwarves.
Okay, cool. Then, I'm going to assume that the Dwarty killed all these things, put their heads on pikes to scare off any more from coming up, and have made their way wherever they came from. Assumedly, it's Nordlaville if they know it's been ransacked. Or maybe they're from Farmville. I mean, that would make sense too.
They had explained to the other guys that they had made a delivery of some kind to Nordlaville and were initially heading back to their ship. But when they got to Nordlaville, it had been ransacked, so they were out on the hunt to kill goblins. So that's a reasonable assumption. Okay. So rotating around, I believe it is back to Morel to make a D4 and a D20 roll.
All right. Well, now we're gonna fight 4 dragons.
Yep. Oh well, that's
not a 1.
Interesting. Down to 1.
Bag full of unmarked money.
I am. Wow.
Another dragon?
An ancient red dragon attacks the party intent on dominating a PC into its service.
Oh my god.
And you know who my ancient red dragon is?
Fucking Kojima.
Is it Hideki? Is Hideki Kojima?
It literally is Hideki Kojima in my fucking world.
Oh my god.
Yep, sure is. And guess which PC he's intent on dominating into his service?
Probably me.
Oh well, no, you
shit is hitting the fan. Wow.
Wow. Thanks, Merle.
So, no problem. We didn't get a long rest in there, did we?
No, you did. You got a long rest in there.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. This is the ancient dragon version of him. You guys had fought the wormling version of him. Just so you know.
Skylight, help us.
So for the sake of giving you the opportunity, for the sake of not immediately killing you all, he's going to do a strafing run with fire, and you guys can run. if you would
Okay,
like
fuck
to
yeah.
run. This does not have to be combat unless you want it to be combat.
I don't want to fight him. I'm not ready.
I'm not ready.
So basically, what happens is as you guys are going, and you hop over the little. This has escalated very quickly. You hop over the little ravine, and you are heading along the road, and then you hear a screeching noise, basically. And from the direction of the sun, a looming shadow is basically falling towards you. But as it gets closer, it appears to be immensely huge. You know, much, much, much bigger than the pyramid was. And as it sort of drifts out of the direct sunlight, it has a very similar shape and form to the dragon that you fought that was Hideki Kojima. It is clearly immensely bigger, like just ludicrously bigger. And is going to breathe fire in your guys' general direction. The great news is Morel's immune to fire, so he's fine.
I have an idea. I have an idea.
Yep.
Remember that crack that we made the joke that I said I'd probably jump into?
You guys are just
Let's
past
go
that
jump in
thing.
it. Let's go back.
Turn around and jump into it. He can't fit in there.
So you guys can do that. You legit can do that if you would like to do that.
Let's do that.
That might be our only option.
It's our only option.
I don't give it much time until he figures out he can kill all of you with fire, and then he can just rip me to shreds.
Most insane
Random
session. You guys jump down the fucking hole. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws or take damage as they tumble down.
Okay. All right, I'll do mine and then I'll do Milo's.
Damn, I would have chosen different spells if I knew we were coming down here.
All right, and then a d20 for Milo. Now, Milo's a 1.
Yeah, well, Milo just lands on you, I guess.
Yeah, but I get a
Maz
23,
is fine. Toland is fine. Morel's not so fine. So Milo lands on Morel.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, man.
Doing.
For us to just have a normal travel session where we start somewhere and we end up somewhere. We can't.
All of the insane rolls have been Morel. I would just like to point that out. Like Maz rolled a normal dragon. Okay, well, not a normal dragon. It's still a thing in my world, but not an ancient red dragon. So yeah.
I don't think Hideki Kojima is happy that I killed his wife and daughter.
I think he might not be.
Also, probably not happy it is hard, but you know.
I can't believe that.
It's lower down the table than wife and daughter.
Okay, well, you guys find yourselves in a cave. This is probably a good place to end the session, for the record. Because A, I need to figure out what the fuck's down here, but B, it's a good spot to jump off. Because it is 10 to 10. And I know people have to work, and we've had lots of late night sessions, which we could do again if you would like to. I'm aware of that.
Oh, I'm good to go, but I mean, I know people have to work, so
yeah, I wouldn't be upset about that.
About calling it, you mean?
About calling it tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot because it'll give me time to get figured out what the hell's going on down here. Yeah, sick. Well, that was complete. But you are basically in a. You arrive into a. Mildly damp earth, but most likely that is from like rainwater having washed down this hole, in a sort of echoey cavernous space, and that's where the session will end. Thank you to we got a bunch of new followers, we got a couple new subs tonight and stuff. Thank you very much, guys. Hope we will see you again. Big thanks to our sponsors, SE Electronics. I gotta remember all of these.
There's an ad run.
Hey, look, is there actually?
Yeah, at least for me there is.
Oh, yeah, sure is.
One sec, I just gotta.
We'll let that go. Oh, you're just gonna resub. That's your reminder to resub. Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
Well, thank you to Poland for subbing. Fuck, that's loud.
Apparently, I can gift a sub.
Yeah, you can. Anyone can gift subs, but it costs money.
Oh, right.
Maz, you were gifted a sub.
Yeah,
Remember?
that's true.
You got you won the sub.
I won. Session, I think?
It was the one from our last sponsorship.
Yeah.
You got the Star Trek sub.
Woohoo.
So once this ad is over, I will do my little outro spiel.
This is the world's longest ad. It didn't just auto end
Okay,
the
ad
ad.
break ended. Your community is back. Thank you. Yeah. So special thanks to our sponsors: SE Electronics, Los Cabos Drumsticks, Hip Truck Guitar Products, and Halo Custom Guitars, who have been helping immensely in like a million different ways with the streams, with the band, with everything. Speaking of tomorrow night, we will be on air, finally doing our first music stream of the new year. So tune in for that at 8 o'clock our local time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, that was a way crazier session than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a mundane, boring-ass session. Instead, you theoretically had 2 dragon fights. Yeah, good job, Morel. I'm making you roll every fucking roll now.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye.